Welcome back to Let's Play Black Book. Now, my score cheat check is getting really strong. I mean, it was already pretty strong. I don't think I really need this, to be honest. I'm going to keep this. I don't think I can add until we have, a day. Death to Demons is strong. That's strong. I think I can drop this. I can drop this down to 1. This should be good, I think. Got everything.
You reach the factory office. They were expecting you, and you soon meet the manager.
Ah, Vasilisa, you're here? Good.
Yes, the Lord surely helped me to get here. Could at least have sent some horses to get me.
It's not that far away.
You really don't know what's been going on?
What's there to go?
In one village, I had to defeat a fiery snake. In another village, the peasants took up cutting the wires.
That's all bad news. If I knew beforehand, I would give the coachman some money for vodka.
Interesting solution.
They also get scared in the dark. Well, I'm sure it will work out. The main thing right now is to figure out what's been going on here at the factory. What's most important is to go on making salt.
Half a year ago.
I've heard that even before the disappearances, there was something strange going on.
People talk.
Can you tell me more about it?
Ah, let bygones be bygones. There was nothing of this sort. No hauntings. The brine went away, so they started talking.
I'm sure there was something going on because you're not talking about it.
It was a long time ago. Nothing to do with the missing men. Besides, the brine is here again.
And the events?
Did anything happen while you were gone?
Oh, no, everything's fine. Thank God. I feel quite uneasy here at the factory. I'm sure it's some kind of demon.
All right, time to get to work. I'll find this factory chort.
Oh, thank you, Vasilisa. I've arranged a room for you. Rest a bit. And get to work. The lads will show you the way.
Okay. So, we don't want to talk to the visitor yet. Let's talk... Oh, Levanti is here with us?
Never had a liking for Silikamsko, yes. Especially after I died. Salt is bad for spirits. And those factories, yeah. Don't they have anything better to do? Plow a field or something.
Stop grumbling. We're here anyway. Why don't we try finding who's at fault?
It's always the local Khaldun's fault. You'll see.
We'll see. Listen, Proshka. Can you see the demons at the factory with those demon eyes of yours?
Bah, evil spirits are everywhere. I'm sure we'll meet some at the factory. That doesn't mean we're always the ones to blame.
Well, actually, it usually does.
That's just the way your Khalduns tell it. Look at me. I'm kindness and fluffiness itself.
Your past history says otherwise.
True, but before you I saw countless chorts, but none of them were fluffy, if you will.
You just need to get to know them better.
Right.
Okay. Meaninglessly, fruitlessly tries to bring rays of sun in a cloudy bottle. Trort comes back downcast. In the end, he couldn't scoop out all the water from Kulva using this basin full of holes. So, another meaningless job. Count all the needles of the pines. Send you off. And sink a stake. Send you off. And knowledge. I wanted to do economy, So we're going to learn some economy. Cool. I went a far distance before I realized that. Yep. Wait a minute. Level 9, we can improve that. Level 10. But I think I'm going to stick with improving. I could. I don't want that. I could try to do this. That makes it possible to send them and give them confusing things so that they fail at their job. And then I don't get any problems. I could also get more key and also do this. We're kind of okay as long as we keep the number of keys down, but this is interesting. Okay. New song. Unfortunately, you can't just turn away and listen to it while you do other things. Let's see. This is reducing the torment from my chorts. I kind of wish there was another one that did this. Earth, Clay, the Zalum, increased healing. I might want to unlock the other two things here. I really leaned hard into that one of my other playthrough. Now, we want in the Aspen Seal. On a second one of those. I don't think we need another one of those. I think having two of these, though, is useful. Yes, that is. Okay. And if I am going to sacrifice Firm, damage when health is lost 1. going to remove this. Going to keep that. Going to add 2 of these. And that's all I can do. I can add 2 of these as well. I'm going to have to add in more healing this, though, because... Oof. Ouch. So... Yes. And yes. Where's the other healer? Yeah, sure. And... It's already there. Okay. Can't... Now we're at 28. Some of this is swipe, though, and it will go away. And that will help. I can put in another one just so I end up drawing more. I'm actually going to remove that, so we're back down to 27. That once, that twice, that twice. Sure. Move this down to once, this down to once. I think that's good. Okay. I could drop both of these. This seems extraneous. This adds in because it adds to waste. This triggers that. So keeping that is fine, but I'm going to do it down to 1. There we go. Okay. Let's look at the visitor.
Wake up, it's done already. Pahom wants you in his office. Are you a new salt carrier?
I think you mistake.
All right, I don't have much time. Don't forget to close the door.
New task. So now, the new map is the factory. Instead of a big region, it's just the factory, which is cool. We could take Proshka with us, or we could take Levanti with us. I think we'll take Proshka. We could take Levanti. I really don't care for Levanti as a character, to be honest. And Proshka as a cat.
The workers that you meet seem to be scared, even in these early hours. You try to start a conversation, but as soon as you mention the disappearances, they cross themselves and quickly scurry away. In the factory office, you meet Pahom.
Ah, Vasilisa, come. I'll show you the factory. It's quite big. Quite a fortune we have here. Salt, as you see. But you can go anywhere with me. First, we will visit the pump. Alexei used to work there.
Okay. In northern Prikami, the Saltern was established in the 16th century. Throughout the centuries, table salt was an object of trade, a source of wealth, and a means to replenish the state coffers. It was worth its weight in gold and often the cause of civil unrest.
Then we will visit the salt oven. Pyotr went missing there. We can go to the storehouse. A demon was seen there that night. Are you ready to go, or do you want to ask something?
Always ask
What
things.
happened to Alexei in the pump tower?
The first stage of salt extracting is getting the brine from the well. A pump is placed above it, along with protective construction of the tower. Good. Yeah,
He
that's
was
what
the
that is.
first to
That's what I
disappear.
missed.
Happened on the first night we struck Brian. He was working then.
Read the
Haven't
lore.
heard of him since. Maybe they will tell you something new in the tower. Are you ready to go, or do you want to ask something?
The barn?
What did you see near the salt box?
We tried to track the culprit down. We saw a shadow, but it was foggy that night. Trishka called out to it, and this shadow started thrashing about like a fish. No man moves that way. It was here, by the salt box. We load the salt onto barges here. Are you ready to go, or do you want to ask something?
Tell me about Pyotr, who worked in the salt oven.
He was gathering salt from the Tsirin that night. There wasn't any brine at first, so we started cooking later. They'll tell you more in the salt oven. Are you ready to go? Or do you want to ask something?
Okay, let's
I
go.
understand. Time for me to go.
Okay, so we're here. We want to go here. Not much in the way of tasks.
A tall silhouette of a brine pump tower appears before you. It seems to hang over the factory like a watchtower. A steady hiss of the pump is heard from it.
Hey, Ivan, come over here. This is our piping master, an expert in drilling.
Ah, Pahom. Who did you bring?
A Noah from Cherdin. She's going to help us find Alexei.
So that's why her head is uncovered. Huh, a bare-headed witch. Are you out of your mind? Bringing cauldrons to the factory.
Hey, mind who you're talking to. Show her Alexei's things.
So we've been working here for years, breaking our backs, just so you could bring witches around, right?
Okay. Each Goldoon has his... Nope. Salt brine was extracted from well with a brine pipe. The pipe consisted of a single unit, a thick hollowed-out tree, several sazens long with a tub that passed through the middle, lifting the brine. They were coated in tar, wrapped in canvas, coated again, encased in yarn, and then coated once more. The drilling was slow. 6 vershoks could be extracted in one day if the ground was soft. If it was hard and rocky, just 1 vershok could be extracted.
What are you listening to her for? She probably doesn't know anything. Listen, pretty girl. Do you at least know what do we do on this tower?
What is this wooden tower used for?
It's for protection, or I could get half XP. Salt cooking, no, that's later. Salt storing, no, that's the barn. This is the oven. Extraction is different.
To protect it from enemies.
Oh,
You never know who might attack the factory.
See what I'm talking?
How would she know about the tower? She knows about demons, not
darn
salt.
it.
Now, bring his things.
The worker brings a bundle in which you find a piece of paper with a clumsy poem.
For protecting the pipe.
Your fingers
You know what?
are like salt. Your
I misread
eyes
what they
deep as
meant by...
water.
I'm going to just...
Your hair is
Nah.
like a star.
Yep, here we go. No, I got that right last time. I'm reloading
A
that.
tall silhouette of a brine pump tower appears before you. It seems to...
Hey, Ivan.
The
This
whole
is
thing
our-
about...
A Noah.
So that are you?
Hey, my...
So we've been working here for. What are you? Listen,
I got
girl. Do
baited
you at
by
least know
the
what do we do on this tower?
thing earlier about how this thing protects the pipe.
What is this wooden
And I
tower
missed
used
the
for?
obvious one.
The tower protects the pond that lifts the brine from
See?
the well.
Okay.
It may be not such a bad idea, Pahom. The girl is smart. I'll bring Alexei's things now.
The worker brings a bundle in which you find a piece of paper with a clumsy poem written on it.
Your fingers are like salt. Your eyes deep as water. Your hair is black as tar.
It's a little bit odd ordering. My black-haired beauty.
Look at him go.
Who could he have written this about?
Maybe he fell for a salt worker girl.
Huh, I doubt it. He'd write something about salty years then. I don't know. He never taught me anything of this sort. Well, I need to work. You need anything else?
Alexei?
What can you tell me about the missing guy?
What can I tell? A proper lad. And a smart one. Knows his way around the mechanism.
I love it that earlier that orange text was talking about how the tower protects the pipe. And it says, for protection. Yeah, it's protecting the pipe. And it leads into, no, it's a watchtower. What it is that line about it looking like a watchtower is supposed to bait you into thinking it's protecting the factory from attack. But instead I got baited by, the tower protects the pipe. So I started trying to discuss it in its proper... And I even got this right the last time I played it. The first time I played it. And it's like, I got baited, and it's like, I was trying to describe it in its proper purpose. But the phrasing got me messed up. Oh well.
Likes to have a drink, the rascal. Must be drinking with Peter in some pot house.
Oh, Peter's the other missing person.
Oh, if I only catch him doing that.
Evil spirits.
They say a demon is carrying off workers. Seen anything odd?
Yeah, a witch walking around the factory. That's what's hot.
Salty.
Now you tell her what she wants.
Yes, that was on purpose.
I haven't seen anything, all right? You'll learn for yourself that there aren't no demons here.
What was Alexei doing in the pump tower the night he disappeared?
I put him there to look after the pump once the brine started flowing. There's nothing else to do there. He must have grown bored and went to the pothouse.
Which I think is kind of like an ale house.
I see. Thanks for the help.
So, what do you think happened to Alexei?
For
Or
now, it's
bar.
unclear. If it had been Chorts, they would have killed him on the spot. Maybe the girl from the poem knows something. So, where did he go missing? In the salt?
Yes, it's right here.
Oops.
Behind the salt box. We will visit it first.
Okay, so we're here in the pump tower. This is the final thing. We want to go... That's locked, so we're going to go to the salt chest first. These was closed shut, an ideal place for evil spirits.
On your way to the salt oven, one of the workers calls out to Pahom and starts to question him about the disappearances. While Pahom is busy, you decide to look around.
Let's go find... Wide track here as if something was dragged. Piece of workman's shirt. Could it be a body was dragged here? Yep, okay. Herb. Break herb. Cool. Break herb is useful. Damage absorption. So very useful. This boat looks odd. Its bottom is all covered with salt. It's black. I sense something bad here. Scratches. What do you know? There are huge claw marks on the salty log. Ordinary folk wouldn't notice them right away. It looks like a demon's mark. I guess this doesn't look like a simple Chort's doing. I'm guessing they're in a place that most people wouldn't look. Because she says, huge claw marks. Nobody would notice that normally.
Enough already. We need to go and you have work to do.
Wait. We stopped here for a reason.
It's very interesting. My character Misha, that I want to play in Scion sometime, is very much the same sort of position as her, whereas she wants to mediate to, not really, because she very much thinks demons are out. She's very much demons are out to get us, in general. But the sort of the same position in that Misha has this wants to negotiate mediate a justice between animals, people, and demons. And she got changed by surviving an encounter with a demon that was passing itself off as a wolf. It was very much the Red Riding Hood thing. Let's see. I wanted to do Red Riding Hood that was kind of wolfy, but not werewolf. I mean, I guess she's werewolf adjacent, but...
I noticed claw marks on it. The kind only the demons leave behind.
Where? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Lord have mercy.
I found this piece of shirt by the barrels.
Only Alexei had this sword on a button on his clothes.
There's something wrong with the salt box. I think I need to look inside.
A demon? In the salt box? Oh, Lord.
I need to look inside.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Listen,
Open
Pahom,
it.
Don't be angry. We've lost the keys.
Well, take some logs away then.
They've salted through heavily.
We need to open it today, before demons kill anyone else.
Do as you're told, while we go visit the salt oven.
Okay, we're going to go to the salt pan. All the optional stuff first.
The salt oven is submerged in unbearably hot shadow. You remember your visit to the underworld during your initiation. You shudder when you take a peek at the red-hot tsiren.
Actually, I'm kind of remembering the Banya more.
Hey, you! Drop that sack. We want to ask you about Pyotr.
Good day, master.
Did you work with Pyotr? What can you tell me about him?
They keep saying Pyotr, but they spelling Peter. It's a separate spelling.
Well, what can I tell?
Localizers.
I don't know. He worked hard. We all do.
This game was worked very hard to represent Russian culture, the least you could do is actually show Pyotr as the proper Romanized spelling rather than the English version of the name. It would be like spelling my name with the French version, Luc. Okay.
Well, that's it, really.
What was Piotr doing here?
Everything, really. Cook sold. A strong guy. Was good at hauling the sacks from down below. Now that I think about it, he was quite good at hauling salt. You have to have some skill for that.
Salt ovens, large four-walled izbas with one door and an opening in the roof for the chimney, were placed near the brine pipes. In the middle of the salt oven, a hole was dug for 4 sazins deep for the furnace. It had steep sides and was reinforced with gray stone and clay. An orifice, to act as a draught hole, was made in front of the hole. Above the hole hung a siren. I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry. I was just getting upset about misspelling Piotr, but a large pan for the brine. It took considerable skill to properly adjust the heat so that the brine boiled evenly and let the salt settle like a hard candy, adding brine at the right time and mixing it with iron spatulas. The resulting salt was deposited into bast sacks and stored in barns. Out of curiosity, quite a distance.
Not a drunkard.
Have you seen anything unusual?
Nothing of the sort. We're too busy working. I've heard, though, the other day, Piotr was saying that he was going to get married.
How's that?
Yeah, I thought it strange too. I didn't know anything about him proposing. And here he tells us about this beauty. Black hair, white skin. That's the way he tells it. I think maybe he eloped with her.
Have you heard about the demons? Seen anything like that?
Yes, I've heard. Lord protect me. But the Lord is merciful. I haven't seen anything of the sort. Piotr used to say that we're here like chorts in hell ourselves.
I'll show you, Jorts. Don't forget who you're talking to.
Oh, forgive me, Master. I wasn't thinking.
Don't complain about the bosses in front of the bosses.
It doesn't look like there are any demons here. I need to search other places.
Well, go on. I'll check up on the salt box. You, lad, come with me. Give me a hand.
It's getting dark. Hurry up your workers.
Okay. There's a couple places. Storehouse. There's a banya. That's right, I remember the banya now. It's where salt is kept. Later it's loaded into barges and sent to the fair in Novgorod.
The barn stands like a grim giant. The processed
It's
salt
time
is
for a new
stored
video.
here before it is loaded onto barges. Suddenly, in the darkness of the parted gates, you notice a fuzzy figure. You look closer and see that the sun has almost gone over the horizon.
Okay, I'm going to go to the next video. See you in a moment.